Good evening, everyone. So, welcome back to our session. So, we are here to cover some more session. Okay, we'll discuss some more topics. So, please start joining. Hello, everyone. So, we'll start our session soon. Please be there. Don't leave the session. Okay. We will be covering today some more important topics of cybersecurity. Also, we'll be covering uh, some practical aspects of cybersecurity. We'll go to that. I will demonstrate you some practical things here. Okay, and you can also try it at your home. Okay. So major practical session will be covering from next 2 to 3 classes. Okay, after that we will be starting, but I will demonstrate you few things today. Okay, so let's start. So today we'll discuss one of the major thing, which is your threat actors in your cyber security. Okay, threat actors. Okay, so what is actor? What do you mean by actor? So a person who acts. Okay, that means who does something. Okay, so that is one actor. Okay, so who does something, like who acts. Okay, so actually the person is something and it shows something, right? So we call them as actors. Okay, let's say the person is good but he is acting like a bad, so in that case we can call him as a actor. Okay, the person who doesn't show the originality of the character, so that is what actor, right? So what do you mean by threat actor? Okay, threat actor. So the things which I am covering, so these things are also included in your BPUT syllabus. Okay, those who are following BPUT syllabus, you may get these things in your syllabus. Okay, so this will be definitely helpful for you. So a threat actor is a person. We can call them as a group also. A person, it may be a person, it may be a group. Okay, or any organization. Okay, so threat actors, so it can be a person. Okay, or we can say a group. Okay, or what, organization. Okay, so in this case we call them as what, threat actors. Okay, so these are the things, like person, group, or organizations that tries to attack computers. Okay, so their motive is different. So a person or a group or organization, if they tries to attack, do attack on what, computers. Okay, computers, networks. Okay, or we can say data. Okay, so in this situation we call them as threat actors. Okay, so their goal is to what? What is their goal? So their goal, okay, so their goal is to what? To steal information, okay, damage system, okay, or we can say make money illegally, not in the legal way. Okay, so let me explain it to once again. So what do you mean by threat actors? So threat actors can be a person, single person, or it may be a group of persons or group of people, or organization who tries to attack on any computers, any networks or data. Okay, and their goal is to steal information, damage system, and or make money illegally. Okay, in this case we call them as threat actors. Okay, समझ में आया थ्रेट एक्टर्स क्या है? थ्रेट एक्टर्स वो है एक पर्सन हो या ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल हो, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हो जो अटैक करे कंप्यूटर, नेटवर्क और कोई डेटा के ऊपर, या फिर वो डेटा वो चोरी कर लें, या फिर कोई सिस्टम को डैमेज कर लें, या फिर उनका पर्पस है पैसा कमाना. ओके, सो ये इन सब अगर उनका मोटिव है, ये सारा चीज़ अगर उनका मोटिव है तो इन्हें हम बोलेंगे क्या? थ्रेट एक्टर्स. इन दिस केस वी कैन कॉल देम एज थ्रेट actors. Okay, so I hope all of you have understood these things. Okay, so let's move to another point. Okay, so if I let's say call it in a if I define this thing in a single sentence, so what can I write? Okay, let me just write down these things. So I can write threat actor is equal to what? Anyone who carries out what? A cyber attack. Okay, so we can call them as threat actors or attackers, we can also call them as. Okay, so now we'll study why they do these things. Okay, जैसे कि हम लोग पूछते हैं कि चोर क्यों चोरी करता है. Okay, why they do, why they do steal the money of the people. Okay, so we can call that, we can say that due to some financial conditions, or like it's his passion, so that's why he's doing it. Okay, so there are so many reasons, but these are the major reasons for threat actors. We will be discussing now what are the major reasons of threat actors. Okay, so those who have any doubt on threat actors, please mention it in the chat box so that I can just see and I can clarify your doubt. If you have, then please. Today we are having so many things to cover, so that's why I'm just asking you, if you have any doubt on this threat actors, you can mention in the chat box. Okay, let's see. Okay, no one has mentioned. Okay, so I'm just assuming that nobody has any doubt on threat actors. So let's switch to our next point, which is your reason of doing this. That means why they do these things. Okay, let's change the color. Why? Okay, the reason why. Okay, so what is the reason of doing these things? So different threat actors have different reasons. Okay, just as I've said, like uh, why the thief do steal the money of people. So first reason I've said, maybe the final condition, or it may be his passion, or for any external pressure. Okay, so reasons are different. Okay, so for this also, why do, okay, threat actors, why do threat actors attack? Okay, this is the question. So I can write down the reason. Okay, so first condition or first reason may be to earn money. Okay, to earn money. Second thing, maybe to steal confidential information, to steal confidential information. That means the information which is very important to him, so that's why he's stealing the that's why he's doing the attack. Or to what? To spy on other countries, to spy on other countries. Okay, other countries or organization, right? So recently, I guess you have watched one movie, Dhurandhar, right? So in Pakistan also we are having our Indian spy, right? So they are just spying on Pakistani agents and they are doing their actions, right? So this may be the reason to spy on other country or organization. Another one, to spread political or social messages, right? To spread political or social messages, maybe they can do attack. Fifth point, maybe to damage something, to damage a company's reputation, right? That's why they may do this thing, company's reputation. Okay, number 6 maybe for revenge. Okay, so for youngsters this may be the common reason for it, right? So let's say his girlfriend or her boyfriend cheat on them, so for that reason they may they may take the revenge from them, right? By hacking their phones, hacking their WhatsApp, hacking their social media accounts or Instagram, like that. These days this is happening nowadays, right? So that's why I've given the reason, given the example, right? So for revenge, okay, for revenge or पर्सनल सेटिस्फेक्शन. बहुत सारे लोगों को पर्सनली खुशी मिलती है, अगर कोई मतलब परेशानी में हो तो उन्हें मतलब खुशी मिलती है, राइट? सो दैट मे बी द रीज़न, राइट? पर्सनल सेटिस्फेक्शन. ओके, तो अभी आप लोग को समझ में आ गया कि नहीं? हैव यू गाइज अंडरस्टूड दिस थिंग, व्हाई द अटैकर डू अटैक ऑन पीपल? सो दिस इज द रीज़न. ओके, first point we discussed, to earn money. Second, to steal confidential information. Third, to spy on other country or organization. Fourth point, to spread political or social message. Fifth one, to damage company's reputation. And sixth, for revenge or personal satisfaction. Okay, so these are the reasons. Have you guys understood now? Okay, so if you have understood, please give a thumbs up, or you can react, or like mention in the chat box understood. Yes, understood. Threat actors, yeah, mention please guys. Or if you have any doubt, you can simply ask me. I will just revise it once again. If you have any doubt, please, Even you, if you joined late also, you can mention, sir, I have a doubt. I will simply revise that one once again. Okay, thumbs up, understood. Vismita, very good. Omraj, great. Anyone, please be involved in this conversation, it will be very good for us. Okay, you understood. Sneha, very good. OD gamers, thanks, you have mentioned, understood. Okay, Satyajit, understood. Good. So let's move to our next point, types of threat actors. Okay, so now we discussed the common characteristics of the attackers, right? Threat actors, common characteristics. Now we will go to the specific point. Okay, we'll go to a specific point. Okay, okay, now we'll discuss types of threat actors. Okay, so what are the types? First one, cyber criminals. Okay, cyber criminals. Okay, so we always hear this type of news, right, of cybercrime. So we call them as cyber criminals who does the offense. So we call them as what? Cyber criminals, right? So today also I sent a message in your WhatsApp group. I hope everybody watched that news, cyber news. Okay, so every day I will be sending you some cyber news. Okay, you just try to study on that particular message and you can do some research on that. Okay, what is this, what is that, what is that. So one young guy, so that guy has done one attack using chat gpt. Okay, and he has done the attack on a good reputed company. Okay, so like that company faced a lot of loss. Okay, is suffering from great loss. That means like some millions of subscribers, their subscription has been cancelled. Okay, due to that attack. Okay, particularly that young fellow has done that attack. Okay, so every day you just search for any cyber news, you will be getting it in social media or any news platform. Okay, so always try to improve your knowledge by reading these news and all these things. Okay, let's skip that one. Let's focus on our study. So we are discussing the cyber criminals. Okay, so now I can say cyber criminals, okay, are the most common threat actors. Okay, these are the commons. Okay, common threat actors, cyber criminals. Okay, what is their goal? Their goal is to earn money. Okay, what is their goal? To earn money, nothing else. Their only job is to earn money. Okay, next, so what they do use, they do use what? Malware, malicious software. Okay, understood everyone? So first we discuss cyber criminals. So these are the common threat actors. Okay, this is simple, nothing to understand. So they do use what? Malware. Also they do use what? Some phishing emails. Okay, I can also write phishing emails. Okay, also they do use what? Online scams. Okay, online scams. Okay, and also they do use what? Ransomware. Okay, ransomware. ransomware. This is a single term, ransomware. So in the second class I discussed the ransomware term. So also in the third or fourth class I also discussed this one. Ransomware means what? Like the attacker will encrypt or encrypt your system. It will, that means your system will be freezed, so you cannot even use your system. So to use it again you need password. That means to open your system you will be requiring what? Password. And your system has already been encrypted. So once you pay some money to the attacker, which is demanded by the attacker itself, so you have to pay something, then only the attacker will provide you the password. You can just put the password or key, then only your system will be decrypted, and then you can use your system. Okay, so this is ransomware attack. And phishing emails are what? You will be getting some kind of links where you can, if you click on that link, your credentials, your sensitive information will be leaked. Okay, so that is one of kind of attack. Malware is the malicious software. Okay, with the software, some scripts or any kind of software will be binded, and once you open that software, by default another malicious software will be opened in your background of the application or a mobile phone or any device. Okay, so if you are using the original software, in the background that duplicate software will steal your information. So that is what malware. Okay, so I discussed all the terms, and let me give you an example of this cyber criminals. What is the example? So hacker, let's say a hacker will steal your bank details and transfers your money. So that will be what? Cybercrime. So that is a cyber criminal. Okay, a hacker steals your bank details and transfers your money. वो आपका क्या किया, उसका आपका सारा बैंक का डिटेल्स ले लिया और आपका क्या करेगा, सारा पैसा कोई दूसरा अकाउंट को वो ट्रांसफ़र कर दिया, तो वो साइबर क्राइम हो गया. तो इसे बोलेंगे हम लोग साइबर क्रिमिनल. ओके, सो okay, second thing I want to discuss. First one is cyber criminal. Second is insider threat. Okay, insider threat, this is also a very simple term. Okay, so insider threat means what? Okay, मैं जस्ट आपको एक एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू बताता हूँ. राइट, जैसे कि ऐसा बोलते हैं ना कि जिस थाली में खाना उसी थाली में छेद करना. ओके, व्हाट डज इट मीन? लाइक यू आर ईटिंग फ्रॉम योर लेट्स से your family's pocket. Okay, you are just using their money, but still if you betray them, so that is what? जिस थाली में खाना उस थाली में छेद करना. Okay, so this is exactly like that, insider threat. इंसाइडर बोलने से क्या दिमाग में क्या आता है? जैसे ही कुछ घर का चीज़ आता है, नहीं, इसमें समझ में क्या आ रहा है कि कोई घर का कोई आदमी, घर का आदमी, ये टर्म से आपको समझ में आ रहा है ना, घर का आदमी. इंसाइडर मतलब आपके घर का ही कोई. राइट, सो इंसाइडर थ्रेट मतलब क्या है कि कोई भी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, लेट्स से देयर इज अ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ए. ओके, एंड फ्रॉम योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दैट एम्प्लॉय, ओके, who works inside your company, that company uses the company's data for his personal growth. So that is what? Insider threat. Understood? Okay, so insider threat is what? Like insider threat is someone inside an organization who causes security problems. Okay, so an insider threat is someone, okay, inside an organization, okay, who causes what? Security problems. Understood now? Okay. An insider threat is what? An insider threat is someone inside an organization who causes security problems. Okay. So like what are the threat actors in this case? Threat actors may be an employee, okay, an employee, maybe a contractor, okay. Let me just erase this one. Okay, so an employee, okay, second maybe a contractor, okay, third maybe a business partner, okay, business partner, okay. सो ऐसा होता है, देखो इनसाइडर थ्रेट केस में बहुत सारे सिचुएशंस आता है, राइट। एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ, जैसे कि इनसाइडर थ्रेट में आपका ही कंपनी का कोई जो आपके कंपनी में काम कर रहा है वो अपने पर्सनल ग्रोथ के लिए कंपनी का डेटा बाहर जाके बेच देगा, या फिर कंपनी का प्लान बाहर वो बता देगा, एक्सपोज कर देगा। तो ऐसे में क्या होगा, कंपनी को बहुत लॉस होगा। तो आइदर वो अपना रिवेंज के लिए वो चाह रहा है, या फिर वो चाहता है कि अपना खुद का ग्रोथ हो, मतलब कुछ पैसा मिले उसको। वो लेट से वो कोई दूसरे कंपनी, लेट से ये कंपनी है ए, तो ए कंपनी में ये आदमी काम कर रहा है, और एक कंपनी है XYZ, तो XYZ को ए का डेटा उसने बेच दिया। ओके, दैट मीन्स देयर इज अ कंपनी ए, देयर इज अनदर कंपनी व्हिच इज XYZ, सो द एम्प्लॉय ऑफ ए will sell all the data to XYZ, okay, for his personal growth or for any kind of reason, okay. So that is what, that is insider threat. There is another thing we can call it as mole, okay, यहाँ पे और ये insider threat के ही अंदर आता है। another thing which is mole. mole क्या है, what is mole? mole in the sense मोहरा बनाना, सुने हो हिंदी में ये वर्ड मोहरा बनाना। so what is that? Mole means like there is an outsider, okay, that outsider will take one person as a mole. ये कंपनी की एक आदमी है, उसको उसने मोल बनाया, मोहरा बनाया कि उसके थ्रू वो काम करवाएगा, ठीक है, दलाल जैसे होते हैं ना, तो वैसे ही उसको मोहरा बनाया और उसी के थ्रू ही कंपनी का सारा डेटा वो लीक कर देगा, या फिर कंपनी का सारा डेटा बाहर बेच देगा, उसे बेच देगा जो आउटसाइडर है। तो इसे बोलते हैं मोल। और ये कंपनी को पता नहीं चलता, क्योंकि वो मतलब आके घुल मिल जाता है, बाहर का ही आएगा, उसको इंटरव्यू में कैसे ही उसको पास करवा देंगे, इंटरव्यू में पास कर गया और कंपनी में घुस गया, और वो काम करता रहेगा और सारा डाटा बाहर बेचता रहेगा। तो ये इसको बोलते हैं मोल। तो ये कंपनी में ऐसा केस में अगर कोई पकड़ा जाता है तो वो अंदर बहुत देर तक अंदर जाता है, वो इतना जल्दी आना मुश्किल है, जल्दी आना मुश्किल है, ठीक है, मतलब वो जेल जाता है। बहुत ये एक इलीगल, बहुत ही इलीगल चीज़ है, राइट। तो जैसे कि आपके भाई बहन अगर कोई आईटी कंपनी में जॉब करते हैं तो आपको पता ही होगा कि आप कोई भी काम अपने लैपटॉप में करोगे तो आप पर्सनल लैपटॉप में करोगे। यू कैन नॉट यूज़ योर कंपनीज लैपटॉप फॉर योर पर्सनल वर्क, ओके। सो दिस इज़ द वन ऑफ काइंड ऑफ ethics, professional ethics you can say, or it is a rule for the company, okay। कंपनी के एम्प्लॉयज़ के लिए रूल है कि आप अपने ही लैपटॉप यूज़ करोगे पर्सनल चीज़ के लिए, कंपनी का लैपटॉप खुद के पर्पज़ के लिए यूज़ नहीं कर सकते, ओके। और क्या है कि कंपनी के लैपटॉप में कोई भी चीज़ आप नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है। तो ऐसा बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं। सो आप जाओगे आगे कभी कंपनी में काम करोगे तो आपको पता ही चलेगा, राइट। Okay, so we discussed insider threat, okay। सो इनसाइडर थ्रेट में हमने डिस्कस किया कि व्हाट आर द थ्रेट एक्टर्स. थ्रेट एक्टर्स कौन कौन हो गए इधर? एन एम्प्लॉई, मे बी वन एम्प्लॉई, मे बी वन कंट्रैक्टर और वन बिजनेस partner. Okay, so let's erase all these things quickly and let's switch to the okay, let me give one example also here. So for everything I will be giving one example so that you can be clarified, okay, for regarding all these concepts. So now I will be giving one example of this insider threat. Example. What are the examples? So let's say there is an employee accidentally clicks a phishing email address or phishing email, okay, and expose company's data. Okay, example is what? An employee, okay, here an employee, okay, accidentally clicks a phishing email, okay, and exposes company data. ओके, कोई एक एम्प्लॉय जिसको आइदर टेक्निकल नॉलेज उसको है नहीं या फिर एक्सीडेंटली, जैसे भी हो, कंपनी का डाटा तो एक्सपोज हो गया ना. तो चाहे रीज़न जो भी हो, आइदर वो जानबूझ के करे या फिर अनजाने में करे, अगर पकड़ा गया तो जेल जाएगा डेफिनेटली. ठीक है, वो कंपनी ही केस कर देगा और वो खुद ही जेल जाएगा. ठीक है, तो एक्सीडेंटली हो या फिर अननोन है, यहाँ पे मैंने एक्सीडेंटली लिखा है, या एक्सीडेंटली हो या फिर नोइंगली, उसको पता है वो जानबूझ के कर रहा है. ओके, सो इफ क्लिक्स अ फिशिंग लिंक, फिशिंग ईमेल आता है ना, आप देखोगे बहुत सारी चीज़ें आपके एक होता है उसमें, आप देखोगे ईमेल में ही है. ईमेल में एक आपका पार्ट होता है जिसमें बहुत सारे मैं आपको चाहे तो आपको दिखा भी सकता हूँ. देखो, लेट्स से आई एम जस्ट ओपनिंग माय जीमेल. ओके, दिस वन. Okay, you see here you just go to this inbox, go to more here, and there is a spam folder here. You can see spam. Okay, now you can see this is my spam folder. Okay, and the spam folder there are so many messages are pending. Okay, maybe due to some algorithm, by mistakenly it has somebody has put, or it may be the fault of the Google, right? Gmail, like actually sometimes some original emails will also put in the spam folder, but I am just talking about the actual spam mails. Okay, so let me just open a spam mail, I guess. Let me check. I usually do what, like delete all the spam mails. Okay, nowadays I am not having right now, but you can check later, right? Let's move to our topic. Okay, so now you have learned what is that? That is a spam folder, right? So as I was just talking about this thing, so if by mistakenly, accidentally, or knowingly, if you are clicking on any phishing email, then what will happen? Your company data will be exposed. Okay, so this is what your insider threat. Okay, next we'll talk about nation state actors. Okay, nation state actors, what is that? See, nation state actors. Okay, so these are the hackers supported by a government. Okay, these are the hackers supported by the government. Okay, let's say the Pakistan government is supporting some hackers to do attacks on our Indian websites and all, but our Indian hackers are too much smart. Okay, they're very much smart. Okay, before they do attack, they recognize and they they do retaliate. Okay, from their side also they do the attack. Our Indian hackers, they do attack on Pakistan attackers. Okay, so these are the hackers supported by the government. Okay, so they usually attack on what? First point, what? Government organizations. Their first target is what? Government organizations. Okay, second point, you may be heard about this thing, cyber war, which happened in 2021 or 22. It happened, right? If you have remembered, you can just remember that one. So one is government organization. Okay, another one is military organization or military systems, you can say military systems. Third one may be banks. Okay, fourth one may be maybe some critical infrastructure. What is that critical infrastructure? Critical infrastructure means what? Like any data center, big data center, let's say Amazon data center. Okay, Amazon data center. Okay, any kind of servers. Okay, or any IT hub. Okay, you can say any IT hub. Okay, so these are the critical infrastructures. So they may attack government organizations also. Okay, so what is their goal? We know that what is their target. So their target is government organizations, military systems, banks, or maybe critical infrastructures. But what are the goals? What are their goals? So their goals are espionage. What is that? Espionage. Is this a new term for you? Maybe. So espionage means what? Spying on someone. Spying. Spy बोला ना अभी? Spy. So वही किसी के ऊपर नजर रखना, right? So that is spying. Second one, maybe steal some secret information. Okay, still secret information. Okay, third maybe we can write down other things. So by today, by tonight, or immediately, I will be uploading the notes after this class. Okay, so don't worry about the notes. Another one, this is okay. Second is to steal secret information. Third maybe damage another country. Damage another country's systems. Okay, दूसरा कोई कंपनी का systems damage करना. Okay, so these attackers are highly skilled and well funded. भाई गवर्नमेंट उसको हायर कर रहा है, मतलब वो तो टेक्निकली बहुत एम्पावर्ड होंगे ना, टेक्निकली एम्पावर्ड होंगे, बहुत स्किल्ड, हाईली स्किल्ड होंगे, राइट? So these attackers are highly skilled and well funded. Okay, understood this concepts, everyone? So if you have understood, please mention understood. What is that? Nation state. What is that? Nation state. Nation state what? actors, right? So first one we discussed your cyber criminals. Second we discussed insider threat. Third we discussed nation state actors. Okay, so we have two more. Okay, understood. Very good to see all your participation in this. So let's move to our another point, which is your hacktivist. ओके, ये टर्म आपने शायद सुना होगा, ये हैक्टिविस्ट, राइट? दिस वन, hacktivists. Okay, so hacktivists are what? So hacktivists attack systems to support your political or social cause. Okay, so they are not mainly interested for money. उनका मतलब बेसिकली जो नीड है वो मनी नहीं होता है, ठीक है? वो पॉलिटिकल प्रेशर या फिर पॉलिटिकल चेंजेस के वजह से वो करते हैं. ओके, बेसिकली वो क्या करते हैं, प्रोटेस्ट के टाइम वो करते हैं. देखिए ओके साइड, लेट मी गिव एन एग्जांपल इजीली, यू कैन जस्ट रिलेट टू दैट वन. जैसे कि आई एम नॉट टेकिंग द साइड ऑफ एनी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी. I'm just showing the fact in front of you. Let's say during the rally of BJD last year, or maybe not last year, like 3 to 4 years back, BJD and BJP, war was there. Okay, during that election time. Okay, and Naveen Patnaik was there. Okay, he was traveling by bus. Okay, and he was just sitting there in the bus like this. Okay, his hand position was like this. Okay, and in social media what we saw, that there is a cigarette in his hand. Okay, there is a cigarette in his hand, and he's just smoking like this. So actually what happened, the opposition party, maybe any party, I'm not mentioning any specific party. So the opposition party, what they did, so they just put a cigarette in his hand, and they spread that video on social media. So everyone thought, no, Naveen Patnaik was doing this and that. Okay, so by the use of AI, they did all these things. Okay, or any kind of software, they did these things. Okay, normally Naveen Patnaik, he doesn't do such kind of activities in front of public. Okay, so that was their goal of opposition party. They funded to a person to for their political purpose. Okay, they paid someone to do all these things. So that their purpose, actually their purpose is not money for any political change. Okay, their goal was the political change. Okay, so what is their goal? Their goal is what? Their goal is protest. Okay, their goal is spread awareness. Okay, awareness. And third one, maybe oppose the government or companies. Okay, so it is their goal. Okay, so let me give another example. Maybe a hacking group defaces a company's website to protest against its action. This may be a example. Okay, so their main purpose is not money, so they are not mainly interested in money. Okay, let's say I'm a big fan of your company or your party, political party, so I inspired and I supported you by doing all these things. Okay, so this is called as hacktivists. Okay, understood this term? Understood? Hacktivists. Okay, So next is our next point is this is fourth point. Now we'll discuss fifth one. Next is terrorist groups. Okay, terrorist groups. Okay, what is that? So some terrorist organizations use cyber attacks, okay, to spread fear, to spread propaganda, to disrupt important services and raise money. Okay, so their purpose is what? Spread fear, okay, spread what? Propaganda, okay. Next maybe to disrupt important services, okay, or to raise money. Okay, so this is the goal, or you can say the terrorist organizations, they use cyber attacks for these reasons. Okay, so first, second, third or fourth. Okay, so these attacks may target governments or public services. Okay, so I guess you are not having the doubts in this particular thing, terrorist groups. Okay, so let me give an example. Okay, so let's say जैसे एग्जांपल लेता हूँ, जैसे कि कोई एक साइबर अटैक किया, जैसे कि एंटायर वर्ल्ड में पावर कनेक्शन डिसरप्ट हो जाए, पूरा उड़ जाएगा, पावर कनेक्शन नहीं रहेगा, मतलब क्या बोलो तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ना रहे, राइट, या फिर सबके अकाउंट से पैसा गायब हो जाए, या फिर कोई प्रोपागंडा स्प्रेड किया जाए, सबके दिमाग में फियर क्रिएट किया जाए, तो इसे हम लोग बोलेंगे टेररिस्ट ग्रुप्स. ओके, so these all these things we covered, what, the threat actors. Okay, so we completed these things. So if you have understood, please mention in the chat box all things are clear. Mention clear. Okay, write down in the chat box cleared, everybody please. Okay, you understood, Satit, very good. What about others? Clear. Okay, great. So nice to see. Okay, so next we'll be discussing. We'll go to the demonstration part. Okay, so we'll demonstrate you something. I'll demonstrate you something. So now we'll discuss some security tools. Okay, we'll discuss some security tools. Please stay connected. So security tools are very much important. Okay, okay. So I will ask you some question. I will ask you a simple question. You can just simply give the answer in your chat box. Okay, so imagine first let me write down the topic here. Topic is security tools. Okay, so just imagine your house contains some valuable items like jewelry, cash and important documents. Okay, so how would you protect it? Okay, what are the necessary steps that you should take? Please mention in the chat box. Okay, let me tell it to you once again. Imagine your house contains some valuable items like jewelry, cash and important documents. Okay, so how would you protect it? Yeah, please use your chat box and just write down the answer, please. Everybody, please be involved in this activity. Yes. आपके घर में कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट फाइल्स है, जैसे कि ज्वेलरी हो गया, कैश हो गया, कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट हो गया, तो आप उसे कैसे प्रोटेक्ट करोगे? ओके, यू कैन राइट डाउन इन हिंदी, योर मदर टंग और इंग्लिश, whatever you can write in the chat box. Please go ahead, everybody, those who are watching, please, how would you protect it? आप उसे कैसे प्रोटेक्ट करोगे? लिखो, चैट बॉक्स में लिखो, सब एक एक ऑप्शन दे सकते हो. So somebody has mentioned inside the locker. Okay, good. So I'm just writing one option from your chat box. So somebody has written that use the locker, right? Locker. Good. Second, put it in locker. Okay. Security cameras. Okay. Good. Omraj, your answer is also correct. Security cameras. Very good. Another option I may take from this, will lock them in the locker. Another one, okay, Bishmita is saying installing strong locks, okay, using CCTV cameras, also already mentioned, and an alarm system. Okay, nice. I am taking this as a good idea. Alarm system. Okay, alarm system, keeping valuables in a safe locker, allowing only trusted people inside. Good. And checking the house regularly for security. So checking the house regularly means what? That is monitoring. Okay, monitoring regularly. Very good. I'm so glad that I got so many good responses from the chat box. So what was my expected answers and what I've got? Let's say compare that one. So first one is locker. Okay, good. That was as per my expectation. Second, install CCTV camera or security cameras. Good. Third one, hire a security guard. आपके कॉलेज के बाहर सिक्योरिटी गार्ड नहीं है क्या? राइट, आपके जो भी कंपनी है उसके बाहर सिक्योरिटी गार्ड नहीं क्या? तो ये भी एक चीज़ है, सिक्योरिटी गार्ड. ओके, गुड. अनदर वन, इंस्पेक्ट द हाउस रेगुलरली or monitoring regularly, as per Bismita's answer. So another one, use alarm system. Good. So I got 4 answers from as per my expectation. Another I added, that is the security guard. Okay, anyway, no problem. So now we'll just relate to our computer security or our IT security. We'll compare. Okay, so let's compare. So first I write down lock or locker. Okay, so this is our house security, house. Okay, and this is cyber security or IT security, cyber security, IT security. So in house I usually use the locker, but in case of your cyber security I use what? Firewall. What is that? Firewall. Have you heard about this firewall? Okay, if you haven't watched that, let me show you it. Okay, just look at the screen. Firewall. Okay, so for firewall I have this option, Windows Defender, which is by default present in my computer. Okay, Windows Defender. So let me just open it. Okay, this is what? Your Windows Defender, which acts like the firewall. Okay, so one locker protects the file or document or some necessary things inside our house, but the firewall or this Windows Defender in Microsoft operating system Okay, okay, in Windows operating system. Okay, so this is called as what, Windows Defender. Okay, so you see here, inbound rule, outbound rule. What is that? Inbound rule means what? The inbound traffic. Okay, which inbound traffic, that means the traffics which are coming into my system through some applications. Outbound rules is for that. These rules are for the outbound traffics. Okay, that means this is going from my laptop or system to another system or another server or not. Okay, so that is for outbound rule. So many secure connection security rules are there. Here also I can insert new rules. Okay, as per my requirement I can add it. Okay, here I can also monitor. There is option monitor. Okay, so I can monitor all these things. So my Windows Defender firewall is on. You can see here it is on. Inbound connection that do not match a rule are blocked. Okay, that means let's say there will be some suspicious activity will be found. If any, let's say you want to install one application which is harmful for your system, automatically your system will block that application from the downloading. Okay, you cannot download that one. Okay, if you guys are using antivirus, you can easily relate, right? If you are using antivirus, you can relate. Outbound connection that do not match with a rule are allowed. Okay, it is as per my requirement. Okay, so you can set your rule. Okay, if you want to know about these things, I can take a extra class for this. Okay, so let's proceed further. So for lock I am using firewall. Second point, for CCTV camera I use what? IDS. IDS is what? Intruder detection system. Okay, intruder detection system. जैसे कि आप विस्मिता बताए कि ये सीसीटीवी कैमरा लगाएंगे या फिर अलार्म चीज़, जो अलार्म थी वो बताई कि अलार्म सिस्टम होगा, तो अगर कोई बाहर का आदमी घुस गया तो अलार्म बजेगा. सिमिलरली in IDS also this thing happens. If any attacker tries to get the access of our server or company website, automatically alarm will ring. Okay, so one type of notification will come, some beep sound will come, something will be there as a alarm. Okay, so let's move forward. This was the second point. Let's move to the third point. Okay, so third term, this is security guard. Let's say security guard. In this case, what is that? It is called as IPS, intruder prevention system. Okay, so in this case no one will be allowed at all. Security guard क्या करता है? अगर बाहर कोई है और वो हमारे कॉलेज का नहीं है, लेट्स से कॉलेज की बात करता हूँ, कॉलेज के बाहर सिक्योरिटी गार्ड है और वो आदमी हमारा कॉलेज का नहीं है, या फिर उसका पर्पस कुछ ठीक नहीं लग रहा है, तो वो उसको बाहर रोक देगा, वो अंदर आने नहीं देगा. सिमिलरली वी हैव दिस टूल IPS. IPS वो नहीं है कि इंडियन पुलिस सर्विस, वो नहीं है. ये क्या है? IPS, इंट्रूजन प्रिवेंशन सिस्टम. इंट्रूडर मतलब बाहर का कोई आदमी घुस ना पाए, बाहर का आदमी. सो ये बाहर का आदमी को रोक देगा, तुरंत वहाँ पे ब्लॉक कर देगा. सो दैट इज IPS. ओके, ये सारा चीज़ हम लोग नेक्स्ट क्लास देखेंगे, एक एक चीज़. ठीक है, तो और एक चीज़ क्या है? अलार्म. ओके, अलार्म चीज़ क्या है? यहाँ पे हम लोग इसको बोलते हैं SIEM. ओके, SIEM. तो SIM क्या है? SIM बेसिकली क्या है कि आपका उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं, वो फुल फॉर्म बोलते हैं सिक्योरिटी इंफॉर्मेशन एंड इवेंट मैनेजमेंट. SIM, सिक्योरिटी इंफॉर्मेशन एंड and event management. Okay, understood? So these are the things. आपका हो गया सिक्योरिटी गार्ड हो गया, अलार्म हो गया, और एक चीज़ हम यहाँ पे ऐड कर सकते हैं, हेल्थ चेक. ओके, हेल्थ चेक मतलब रेगुलर मॉनिटरिंग, जो हम लोग यहाँ पे लिखे थे लास्ट स्लाइड में. तो हेल्थ चेक मतलब रेगुलर मॉनिटरिंग. तो रेगुलर मॉनिटरिंग के लिए क्या है? वल्नरेबिलिटी स्कैनर. वल्नरेबिलिटी स्कैनर. सो वल्नरेबिलिटी मतलब मैंने क्या बताया था कि अगर आपके सिस्टम में कोई वीकनेस है तो वो स्कैन करके बता देगा. अगर कोई एप्लीकेशन में आप पासवर्ड नहीं डाले हो, if you have not put any password in a particular application, it will indicate, it will show that this particular application is weak in password or is not password protected. So in that case you can do it, you can put a password. Okay, so it is not about password only, for all these things, everything. Okay, so vulnerability means weakness in the system. Okay, so this is all about your security tools, but in the next class we'll be discussing all these terms elaborately. Okay, so let me give you another example of antivirus. Okay, so let me quickly show you a demo of antivirus. Okay, so anybody, if you know what is antivirus, you can tell me what is antivirus. As I have shown you the Windows Defender, it is also one of kind of antivirus. Okay, it is a by default antivirus, or you can say original antivirus provided by the Microsoft. Okay, so you see here, I'm just watching you, I'm just showing you something, I'm just demonstrating you something for antivirus. Let's see. Let me just quickly show you. See, तो ये एक एंटीवायरस टेस्ट फाइल है. अगर ये एंटीवायरस आपके सिस्टम में घुस गया तो आपको कैसे पता चलेगा और कैसे वो दिखेगा, वो मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ. ओके, लेट्स सी. तो अगर आपको भी देखना है, ये लिंक मैं आपको भेज दूंगा, आप अपने सिस्टम में ट्राई कर सकते हो. ओके, सो लेट्स से आई एम डाउनलोडिंग दिस थिंग्स. Download anti-malware test file. Okay, let's say I'm downloading this thing. It is downloaded. Okay, अगर आप कोई सिस्टम में आप लेट्स से वेबसाइट में वॉच कर रहे हो और वहाँ पे आपको ऐसा दिखे, ठीक है, तो मतलब समझ जाना कि एक वायरस है. ठीक है, जो कि आपका सारा चीज़ें क्या आपको ऐसा ही दिखा रहा है. राइट, तो ऐसा ही दिखता है कभी. तो मैं एक zip फाइल डाउनलोड करता हूँ. देखिए, zip फाइल मैं डाउनलोड करता हूँ. डाउनलोड हो गया. इधर आप देखो राइट साइड में, और इधर देखो क्या दिखा रहा है. देखो सब लोग, थ्रेड्स फाउंड, विंडोज सिक्योरिटी, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट डिफेंडर, एंटीवायरस फाउंड थ्रेड्स, गेट डिटेल्स. ओके, यहाँ पे देखो क्या दिखा रहा है, वायरस डिटेक्टेड. क्या दिखा रहा है देखो, और इवन यू कैन नॉट इंस्टॉल दिस. ओके, इसको आप इंस्टॉल नहीं कर सकते. क्यों? क्योंकि आपका जो इनबाउंड रूल मैंने आपको दिखाया अभी कुछ देर पहले. ओके, जस्ट बिफोर फ्यू मिनट्स आई शोड यू like there was one inbound rule in the Windows Defender, so that protects my system from any malicious files. Okay, so now you can see virus detected. Okay, so it prevents me from downloading this thing or installing this thing. Understood? So similarly, if I want to download this thing also, you can see वायरस डिटेक्टेड. ओके, यहाँ पे भी दिखा रहा है देखो, थ्रेड्स फाउंड, विंडोज सिक्योरिटी. ओके, सो दिस इज द वर्क ऑफ योर व्हाट, एंटीवायरस और एंटी मैलवेयर, यू कैन से. ओके, अंडरस्टूड. So next class we will be discussing broadly about all these things. So thanks for joining today. So tomorrow at 5 p.m. or we will decide what is the time. Okay. So we'll be connecting with each other. Thanks for joining today, and just if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe, do like, and also you comment on our videos, and you can share it with your friends so that more students can join our group for online class. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining today. Have a great day. Bye bye.